Well, it appears as if the secret of One for All will finally be revealed. My Hero Academia episode 90, Vestiges, is the true first episode of the season, as we pick up after Endeavor and Hawks have defeated the high-class Nomu, only to be met by Dabi. This is adapting chapter 191. While their meeting is cut short as best buddy Mirko bails them out, having this kind of intense encounter gives us a sense of just how unprepared the heroes seem to be. Even as we discover the true nature of Hawks' relationship to the League of Villains that was teased at the end of the last episode, I think it kind of worked as a cliffhanger because we don't know a whole lot about Hawks at this point. But any of that is eliminated once we find out he's working undercover, which really is a good thing so we can better learn about Hawks through the situation he's put in. I do like Hawks' character, as we see he's high ranked at a young age, not solely because of his quick attitude, but partially because he was kind of thrust into it after saving people at a young age. But he's still willing to cooperate and do his hero work for the sake of his personal goal. Getting to see more of him is great because he's not too much older than our main cast who are all still learning. Having this perspective of a hero who's aged between the students and the other pro heroes shows us how much importance is being placed on any hero as soon as possible, whether for better or for worse. But anyway, it's time for Keeping Up with the Todorokis as Endeavor returns home and meets up with his children, adapting chapter 192. And while things still feel really intense, we do get to see one of my favorite moments animated when Shoto is the first one to point out the new scar his father is sporting. Yeah, that stings. I love it. But even more so, I love Fuyumi, who just wants everybody to get along and be happy. She's so precious and gives the episode some much needed levity. And while Natsuo is still hesitant to open up to his father, I still get a warm feeling inside when we see any sort of connection between the family. As Shoto says, he's willing to see where things go. Endeavor's already won over the citizens after his big fight, so getting to see him work toward a family is honestly some more of my favorite moments from the story. In a world of heroes, the family drama somehow ends up being the best. And now, speaking of things set up in season 2 that are starting to get some payoff, we catch up with Deku as he slips into a very heavy dream, adapting chapter 193, which gives the episode its namesake. We're starting to get a hint that more than just power has been passed down through All for One as Deku witnesses the memories of the original carrier. Giving more details on the backstory is great, but the biggest stinger is that he directly addresses Deku after showing him this flashback. Again, this is something that was set up back in the sports festival, as the previous One for All user seemed to bail out Deku of being mind controlled, but it still feels just a little weird. The possibility that vestiges of the previous user seem to be lingering inside Deku is interesting. Even though I like the prospect of what that development eventually means for Deku, we'll be getting some more of those answers later, specifically in the next episode. But anyway, hey, this is Rex, and let me know what you think. Did you enjoy this episode? You excited for what's coming up? Kind of looking back on it, I guess it kind of makes just a little more sense with last episode being the way it was, even though, yes, it was very recappy. There was still some action to it. Not saying that, every My Hero Academia episode needs action, but for the first episode of the season to technically be this episode, yes, we do get some action just a little bit at the very beginning with the encounter with Dabi, but most of the rest of the episode is kind of a resolution of the last arc, right? Of, the big fight with Endeavor and the Nomu and Hawks. Even though that was technically a year ago for us in the anime, that literally happened like seconds before the beginning of this episode. So obviously, after that big fight, there needs to be some kind of cool-off period, especially setting up some more of the meetings and relationships between the Todoroki family, which is, going to be important, and kind of starting to open up the story of Deku, or at least, Deku's discovery of what's going on with One for All. And because, that's very important for things going forward, both the Todoroki family relationships and Deku's Deku's relationship with One for All. So again, that's stuff that's important, but I guess doesn't exactly make for a big, exciting episode 1. Aside from whatever other factors may have led to the episode 1 of the season being the way it was. But I definitely like this episode. Again, we're going to be leading into some more things. This one, like I said, tying up the loose ends of the last episode or the last season, basically, and starting up things for this one. But I definitely enjoyed it because, like I said, I love seeing all the Todoroki family stuff, especially Fuyumi. Great. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Did you enjoy this episode? Are you excited for what's coming up next in the series? Based on whether you've read ahead like me or whether you're an anime only. And if you like this style of video, let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you'd like to stick around for more videos, you can leave a like, subscribe, and enable notifications by clicking that bell icon. Anyway, this has been Rex. Have a nice day.